Hello everyone. In today's topic, we are going to talk about transformations and we are going to focus on translation and reflection. What is transformation? A transformation is an operation which a point or figure is moved onto another point. The original point or figure is called the object or pre-image. The new point or figure is called the image. There are three types of transformations. We have translation, reflection, and rotation. But for this lesson, we are going to focus on the first two transformations, which are translation and reflection. Translation, the keyword is slide. An object is translated when it moves without being turned or reflected to form an image. Reflection, your keyword is flip. Its image form a symmetrical shape which the mirror line or reflection line as the axis of symmetry. And for rotation, the keyword is turn. The point about which is rotated is called the center of rotation and the angle it is turned through is called the angle of rotation. So we move on to translations. A translation is a transformation which moves all points on a plane through the same distance in the same direction. Translations are slides. So if you can see a slide, then you can remember translation. The image is usually labeled using a prime symbol such as A prime, B prime, and C prime. So therefore, in mathematics, if you can see apostrophe, it is read as prime symbol or prime. Okay? Let's examine some translation related to coordinate plane. This example shows how each vertex or point moves to the same distance and the same direction. So each vertex or point slides 6 units to the right. So let us write the points. So we have the original image or original object, the triangle ABC, and our image or the translated one, triangle A prime, B prime, and C prime. So in here, each vertex slides 6 units to the right, meaning if you have your x and y coordinates, it would be equal to x plus 6. You will be adding 6 to your x coordinates and copy your y coordinate. So given that a is at negative 4, 5, then therefore a prime is at, so negative 4 plus 6 is 2. So is at 2, 5. We copy y. Then if we have at point B, negative 1, 1, negative 1 plus 6, it is equal to 5. And then we copy the y coordinate 1. So B prime is at 5, 1. And then C is at negative 4, negative 1. Negative 4 plus 6 is 2. So C prime is at 2, negative 1. Now, this figure, quadrilateral ABCD, slides 7 units to the left. So we are going to subtract 7 to your x coordinates. And then 3 units down, we are going to subtract 3 from your y coordinate. So given your x and y coordinates, we are going to subtract 7 from your x and 3 from your y. So first, we are going to determine the points of your original quadrilateral. And then we are going to have the prime. So at point A is at 2, 4. So therefore in here, 2 minus 7 and 4 minus 3, it is at negative 5, 1. B is at 4, 4. So 4 minus 3 is negative 3. Then 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. So this is at negative 3, 1. And then C is at 5, 2. So 5 minus 7 is negative 2. And 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So C prime is at negative 2, negative 1. D is at 2, 1. So 2 minus 7 is negative 5. 1 minus 3 is equal to negative 2. So D prime is at negative 5, negative 2. So take note, if it's to the left, you subtract. If it's down, you subtract. If it's to the right, you add. And if it's if it's upward, you add. Upward, right, you add. To the left and down, you subtract. Now, translation in the coordinate plane. In the translation of a point, we use a directed line segment which gives the direction and magnitude of the translation. This directed line segment is called the vector. So the vector will tell us if it's to the right, to the left, down, or up. Translation 6 units to the right means that if you have your x and y coordinate, we will be adding 6 to your x coordinate and you just copy y. An object and its translation have the same shape and size and face in the same direction. Let's move on to reflections. A reflection is a transformation which reflects all points of a plane in a line called the mirror line or reflection line. So the important thing under reflection is the reflection line or the mirror line, or else we don't have reflected image already. So from this diagram, B is the object, this is the mirror line, and this is the image. The object and the image together form a symmetrical shape, and the mirror line is the axis of symmetry or the line of symmetry. So in real life, we have examples of reflection. A reflection can be thought of as folding or flipping an object over the line of reflection. We have reflection in water, reflection in mirror, and reflection in shiny surface. So we have different types of reflections in the coordinate plane. The first one is reflect over the y-axis. To reflect over the y-axis, we have the pattern. So from your original xy coordinates, it will become negative xy. Or simply, when you reflect a point across the y-axis, the y coordinate remains the same, but the x-coordinate is transformed into its opposite. So from your xy, just get the opposite of your x. So this is positive, you get the opposite, it is negative, and then you copy y. That is how you reflect over the y-axis. Now, we are going to reflect over the y equals x. Okay, so in here, we have the original xy coordinates, it will become the inverse. So your y will become your x, the new x, and your x will become your new y. So the reflection of the point xy across the line y equals x is the point yx. You just need to interchange. Now let us have reflect over any line. So if we have this one, the line of reflection, all we need to do is to count the distance of the original point from the line of reflection. So 1, 2, 3. So from the line of reflection, we need to count 3 units in order to get our A prime. So 1, 2, 3. That is why this is the A prime already. Is at 1, 3. Okay? And then our original point C is 1 unit to from the line of reflection. So we also count 1 unit from the line of reflection. So C prime is here. And from the line of reflection, we have 1, 2, 3. So 3 units from our point B. So therefore, on the other hand, we will be counting 3 units from the line of reflection to get B prime. So 1, 2, 3. So B prime is at 1, negative 2. As you can see, the y is still remains there. We just only to change the x coordinate. We need to count. So each point of the original figure and its image are the same, distance away from the line of reflection. You can simply count the distance. So reflect over any line. Now, the last one, reflect in origin at 0, 0. So in here, there is a pattern that you need to remember. So from your original coordinates x, y, it will become the opposite of your x and the opposite of your y. So negative x, negative y. In a point of reflection in the origin, the image of the point xy is the point negative x, negative y. So if we have the original point A, 1, 4, A prime will become negative 1, negative 4. If we have the original point B at 1, 1, your B prime is at negative 1, negative 1. If we have the original point C at 5, 1, our C prime is at negative 5, negative 1. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. Bye.